Good morning folks, and welcome to another review by Armitage Leather of edge bevelers or edges. Now here I have half a set. It won't be half a set for long, I'll tell you that. Half a set of Barry King edges. We'd call them bevelers, the Americans call them edges. They do the same job. And how? Now what I have here is the 00, which is 0.4mm, the 0, which is 0.8mm, the 1, which is 1.2mm, the 2, which is 1.6mm, and what I have missing, like I say, not for long, is the 3, which I believe is 2mm, the 4 I believe is 2.4mm, and the 5 is 2.8mm. Now those last numbers, the 3, 4 and 5, aren't confirmed. I haven't got them here to measure them, and I don't see any of the measurements on the website. So if you're going to get them, confirm before you buy, if it's that important, or if you're going to buy a set, let me know. But a little bit different to what I've been used to. The handles are so much smaller. In my big monkey hands, they can get lost. Well, you would think so, but that delicate approach to a small tool actually gives it quite a unique feel of manoeuvrability, and I really like that. And I've been using these a while. I've had these. There was a bit of a deal, yeah, no two ways about it. I've paid for some, and I've been sent some by Aaron at Rocky Mountain Leather. So we had a good conversation. He gave me a good deal on what I bought, and then he threw in a few others as well. And as a result, I've ended up with half a set of these Barry King ones, of the grooved edges. I know Barry King does a number of others, and as and when I get my hands on some of those, I will add to the reviews. But for now, we're just looking at the grooved ones. You can get them from Rocky Mountain Leather. There's a link at the end of the video. Stunning. These work out to $59.99 each, $60 each, which equates to £42.12. That, for what you get, I think is phenomenal value. Now, there's two different woods here. Here we have Cocobolo, and I understand, I might be wrong because I think some are still being sold in Cocobolo. I understand that Barry King may be stepping away from Cocobolo and going towards Bocote or Bocote, B-O-C-O-T-E, Bocote. I'm not entirely sure how to say it, but what a beautiful and stunning looking wood. It looks very much like Cocobolo, except it's more brown than red. I'd love a set in each. That's absolutely stunning. Both of them look gorgeous, but that's not what we're on about, is it? We're not on about looks. It has a lot to do with it. If you're a little bit of a sort of if you, I don't want to use the word, but if you're passionate about tools, as I find I can be sometimes, it's just a joy to have something nice. And I've been so lucky to have some amazing tools sent by some amazing makers, and I do have some absolutely stunning tools, and these just add to that list. So I can rave on, I really can. Let's give you some specifications. They're 142mm long. That's quite short in the scheme of things of bevelers. 24mm wide, very sleek, but that manoeuvrability kicks in. It really does. A real range of sizes, all the way down to 0.4 up to almost 3mm. So we're looking at some very fine leather and some very heavy leather. You get a set of these, you can cope with pretty much everything. So let's move these to the side and have a look. Now, if you've looked at the other videos, you'll see this is the 1.5 shoulder, 3 ounce. Very soft, really nice leather, but difficult to work because it's soft and it moves, it's malleable, and there's not enough structure to fight back against the blade to give a good cut. So sometimes it cuts nicely, it's down to the tool, sometimes it doesn't. So let's just present this and see what happens. almost taking nothing off, but nonetheless it has. Let's spin it over and have a look at the front. Wow, look how fine a cut that is. I would suggest we can probably go thinner than 1.5. This will cope with 1 mil absolutely fine. And if you're doing the tops of card pockets for wallets, this is the sort of tool you want. Let's go up a size. Let's go to the 0, and the 0 is now going to give us a 0.8 mil. Spin it round. Let's do the other side. Look at that. Dogs are in to say hi. Now, I just ate that up. So, this is 1.5 mil. The 0.0 potentially was a little too fine for that. We went to the 0, ate it up. Beautiful cut. Absolutely beautiful. Let's go up to the 2.5 mil, 6 ounce pull-up leather. Soft, malleable, little bit woolly on the back. I'm going to stick with the 0. I want to have a look. This is a fine cut for a big fibre. Let's see what happens. Well, I was expecting it to struggle. It didn't. In truth, for this, I'd possibly go for the number 1. Let's spin it round and go to the number 1. So this is where we're now going to kick in with the Coca-Cola handle. Oh, that's me not holding the leather properly. See this leather moving so much. Look at that. That's an absolute bang on straight cut, and these just sail through. Bearing in mind, this leather, exactly like the 1.5 mil, crushes and moves and begins to buckle up. And if you look, it's very subtle on the video, but it means that the leather's trying to get away from the blade, so the blade's going to struggle to catch it to cut. But nonetheless, that dealt with that absolutely perfectly. Right, we've got the 2.5 mil Dakota, not Dakota at all, Lamport shoulder from Metropolitan. This is a firm leather. This cuts nice because there's resistance to it. We're going to go back to the 0. So this is the 2.5 mil, 6 ounce shoulder. Let's go back to the 0, which is the 0.8 mil. Boom. Absolutely no issue whatsoever. Look at that. Let's just spin it round and try the number 1 on the other side. That was me getting it wrong, but nonetheless. Wow. You can really feel your way around these tools. Absolutely beautiful. Lovely edge. Really, really nice. Right, let's go for some nasty leather. Let's go back down to the 0.0 because I think the 0 because I think the 1 might be a little bit big for the 2.5 mil in truth. Loose leather, very stringy and fibrous, difficult to cut, moves around. Let's see how it copes. Having a bit of a struggle. This leather's just trying to run away from it. A little bit raggy, the bits that have come off, but nonetheless, looking at it, not a bad cut on the back. Let's see how the front copes. Nice little pig's tail there. That's come out quite nice. Let's go for the split. Again, another ropey leather. 2.5 mil, 6 ounce again. Chewing this up. This is where the top grain of the leather's been removed to make something else. It's been machine finished, so it's fibrous on both front and back, but nonetheless it did not struggle with that at all. Now, my mainstay, this is the leather I use the most. 4 mil, 10 ounce, English bridle. Going back up to the number 1, this is a 1.2mm cut. I'd like to see maybe a 1mm. We've got 0.8 to 1.2. Maybe there's like a 0.4mm difference. A 1mm might be quite nice. But I suspect, yeah, this comes into its own. Look at that. Gorgeous. That will give me a flat edge to slick up. Absolutely stunning. Let's now take it up to the number 2. Do the other side, take off even more leather. Oh. Got to lift it up, it's a slightly different angle there. There we go. Taking off far more meat. Very nice, and that's going to give me almost feels round already. Happy with that. Folks, they do the job. That's self-evident. I want to do that again. They really do feel good in the hand. Run through that task really, really well, and look amazing. Very easy to maintain. Nice open groove on the back. If you had the rod, you could run that down over a bit of wet and dry or emery cloth. I would say to you, I mean, bearing in mind we're looking at a heat treated tooling steel here. It's a good quality steel. I wouldn't be inclined to run this anywhere near a piece of wet and dry. All I would do is take this on the polishing mop and give it a lick. If I felt it needed sharpening, I would use a coarse compound, taking it down to, I'd start off with a grey if I thought it wanted sharpening, because I don't think you're going to blunt it up so much that you would need to put a new edge on it. You just need to polish it in, and then bring it down to a pink, a superfine, to polish it off. But they come highly polished. They fit in the hand so nice. Little smaller than average, but I think that manoeuvrability, a little bit of a series of angles going on here to try and get your hand at the right angle to suit that bevel, opens it up. You can see clearly what you're doing. It's not hiding it beneath the tool, you're lifting it up so you can see under there. You can see the angle nice and clear. Run that down and you're away. Folks, one of the top 3, without a shadow of doubt. You are looking at the high end. This sits next to the Horseshoe brand tools very comfortably. If you walk into a high level workshop, I would suggest that you're going to see Barry King, Jeremiah Watt's tools, or potentially even the Ron's tools. I dare say there are other high end ones out there. As I find out about them, I will add them to the list. If you are that person, drop us an email to nigel@armitageleather.com and I'll happily review your tools for you. In the meantime, folks, you can go to my website, armitageleather.com/shop, download the info pack with all the information. If you want to go to Vimeo and subscribe to me there, first and foremost, you're supporting me, but secondly, I'm also teaching you different skills and techniques to improve your leatherwork. But for now, enjoy, take care, and thank you.